Hello, my name is Dr. Ahluwalia. I'm President of Materials Selection Resources, a materials and corrosion consulting company based in New Jersey. I've been a member of NACE for the last 23 years. My first meeting was in St. Louis. And as a young engineer, it was quite intimidating because I did not know anybody and there was so much to learn. But I found that the best way to get involved and learn a lot was to do and get involved in committees and get involved in helping and participating in conferences. I haven't missed a conference since that time. I've been to every meeting, and in recent years I was on the annual conference program committee and have been the chair of the annual conference program committee. Currently I'm the incoming chair of the Speller Award Committee and also get involved in making presentations at various TEG groups. I've found over the years that getting involved in NACE helped my career both from a personal point of view but also professionally. Every time I come to a conference, I learn something new that I'm able to apply and help my clients to solve corrosion problems. As you know, the cost of corrosion is about 3.4% of the gross domestic product, and by learning new information from conferences like this, we're able to apply and hopefully reduce the cost of corrosion in industry. I've done a lot of work on corrosion under insulation, which is a large cost of corrosion. It's a hidden cost that sometimes you do not see. Made a lot of presentations in that area. Another way that NACE has helped is by developing standards that are easy for engineers like myself to use and supply to end users so they can apply the right technologies for solving corrosion problems. When I first came to these conferences, I had noticed that there weren't as many students participating at the conferences, but I'm very pleased to see right now that we have a lot of students who come to these meetings, and although it may be intimidating for them at first, but I've noticed that our poster sessions are very large, and my advice to students is to get involved and not to be scared to speak up at meetings, to get involved in technical exchange groups, to get involved in task groups in developing standards. And many times we are looking for new ideas, new ways of doing things to improve our corrosion technologies. So the best thing for students to do is get immersed, and you'll find that a lot of people within the corrosion community will be there to mentor you and help you. One of the positive things that I've seen at NACE is some of the technologies that are being developed in terms of solving corrosion problems. We're beginning to understand how a lot of corrosion mechanisms occur there. Both in the exhibit hall, you observe and see some great companies who provide the technologies and assistance that is required to solve the corrosion problems. One of the other major things is that the involvement of the DoD in helping with a lot of the corrosion programs. And in recent years, as many of you know, they've sponsored the University of Akron in putting together a Bachelor of Science program in corrosion engineering, and that has been a will be very beneficial to corrosion engineering in the future. One of the biggest complaints that we hear about is that there aren't as many engineers doing corrosion and materials work in there. And in fact, in a recent survey, there were about 2,000 positions open for corrosion engineers. So by having organizations like Akron University and many other universities producing high-quality corrosion engineers, it will actually help us to transfer the technology that we learn at conferences to industry.